What's good, guys? We're here with the homie Devon. How you doing, my guy?
Good, good, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm chilling. Happy you're here.
That's
Looking
good.
forward to this interview.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
First thing, what I always like to ask people is, how would you, or just describe yourself to someone who has no idea who you are or you're meeting for the first time?
Overall, I'd just say the best way to put it is I'm an independent A&R, okay? So, like, I work in the music industry in, like, very different little ways, I'd say. I work with the hip hop crew as, like, a part of the media guys. We do, like, interviews, we post about the hip hop scene and, like, different things that happen across the hip hop um, scene. Otherwise, um, I'm also an artist manager. I work with about about five artists, I'd say, still right now. Um, Trill Naji being one of them, closest. That's like my best friend, actually. Apostoli, Drago, Kuiper, and I still work with Eli Jugs. That's the homie. Otherwise, like, oh, I throw shows. You know what I mean? I threw two. I got the chance to throw two shows on my own this year with my partner, Griff, MTV Griff. Shout out him under Dead Egos. That's the homie, man. He's like, honestly, none of that would have been possible without him. He says the same. It's cool. Like, we say the same thing all the time. Like, just because, like, it was cool that we got to, like, do that multiple times. We had Slum Sixes the second time, which is like super, super cool. Like, that's like the first people like I listened to in the underground. So it was like cool to just have someone like that was kind of like close sentimentally, pop out. Um, Throwing shows. Oh, I work with First Class, which is also they also throw shows. A lot of super crazy shows that we've been to and set up in the past like year. Like, it's been nuts. So other than that, yeah, man, that's me.
Yeah, that was a great intro. There's a lot to unpack from that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of shows, you have a show coming up on your
Yes.
birthday. So
Yeah.
what made you want to do that?
So essentially, okay, so here was like my thinking or my thought process, I'd say. So I'm probably going to be working on consistent shows, going on here on out, you know what I mean? And like, I won't be able to get everybody on these shows, but there's a lot of artists that I fuck with and like I appreciate their talent. I see them and like I would put them on if like the timing was right or things made sense. But obviously, like business wise, certain people make more sense than others. But like I was like, why not put on a free show where everyone they bring as many people as they want, and everyone that I guess fuck with throughout the year, who I've met and appreciated, was like, yo, man, like we've had genuine connection throughout the year. Like that's the people that are on this list. Like I've had a genuine connection somehow, some way. And I was like, you know what? Like, would you like to come perform? Like, you know what I mean? Just pop out, bring as many people as you want, have fun. And they all just said, yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Boom, let's just have a nice event. I even have like a cool raffle going on where everyone's like, like everyone that's vending there is like putting in a piece to sell, you know what I mean? Which is like, or to not to sell, to put into the raffle, to give away. Giving away $150 to the best person wearing the coolest kicks there, like it's PeepTheKicks, so you gotta, you know what I mean? But yeah, I generally just wanted to do something just completely out of the ordinary, where it felt more like I'm giving out more than I'm receiving. Like I'm just kind of like having fun on my birthday, yeah, but it's more like, yo, I wanna get to the people, you know what I mean? Like, and also in a sense, I feel like it'll help me like create like a cult fan base, like for these shows coming up, you know what I mean? Just throwing free shows and free events. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I got the idea from Jake, and like it's a super cool idea. So like, shout out to him.
Dope. No, I'm really excited to interview and to pop out that show. I know it's gonna be a fun time. Speaking of Jake and Leo, working with them for like you said, hosting shows for First Class Festival. How would you get introduced to those guys?
Well, Leo, I met in like the past like I think like 2 years ago, but Jake, holy crap, I've known that guy for like 5, 6 years to be honest, like a long time, and he's been like just like putting me on little things like a lot over the way, you know what I mean? Like we've just helped each other out in a lot of stupid little ways, like from time. Like they're one of the first things that I remember like we worked on together was like this little we had a tour, like we did this like young Tory tour, and I only came for 3 of the shows, and like I set up one of them myself, which was kind of cool, but that was like one of the first things I remember us working on. Ever since then, like, you know, things just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and like, but we wanted to stick with the underground because like I thought bringing the underground to Canada was like the best like thought process, because not a lot of people are bringing people from that scene out here. You know what I mean? So it was really cool to like be a part of that set people to that brought those people here. But like, yeah, man, I've known those guys for a long time, and just through like funny story actually. One of the first ways Jake helped us out, there's a song that my artist Trill Najee, he blew up on TikTok with. He did this verse on the song for an artist that he told us, yo, you should hop on the song with. Then he hopped on the song, posted that verse on TikTok, and it 2 million views. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, shout out to you. You know what I mean? Like that was like that was a crazy play. You know, so yeah, man, that's like I've known those guys for a long time, and like I appreciate them a lot. Like a lot has come out of just like working with them, just in general. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you guys keep doing great shows. The last First Class Festival I've had was a fucking movie. Like, just seeing you on stage was fun to see.
That was crazy.
Damn. You were talking about bringing artists over to Toronto and to Canada. What's like your favorite or biggest artist that you brought over, or that you're most proud of for doing?
I mean, me personally, that like I've gone to like like I was directly a part of this for sure. Slum Sixes, you know what I mean? Just like seeing like not even like just how happy the people were, but like how happy like he was even out here. Like he was like, damn, bro, like I love Canada, bro. Like I was like, bro, like I fuck with it. I was like, that's like so cool. It was so cool that he came back to perform at First Class. Like, you know, just cause like the first time was so fire. Like I'm like, that's so dope. You know what I mean? So like that's probably the most like proud I'd say. Like, that's the one I'm most proud of. Other than that, definitely having like Dom Corleone out here for like a whole tour. Like I wasn't a part of the whole like thing. Like I definitely mostly was like helping directly with like Toronto, but having like seeing him in Toronto and Montreal was kind of crazy. Like and like hosting both shows, kind of crazy. I'm not gonna say a lie. Like just walking out, I literally couldn't believe it. Like I walked out and like, damn, 600 people. Like this is what this looks like. Holy. I don't know. I've never personally stood on that stage and had to like talk in front of that amount of people. So like that was a cool moment. Damn.
Yeah. It was funny. I was just chilling with the homies. I look up and like, oh, there's Devon.
Yeah, you know, it was like shit. That was crazy.
Been killing it with the Dead Ego stuff. I wonder, how did you get in contact with Griff?
Honestly, funny story. Like, I think we met at a show one time because like I just saw him recording, and I usually, one thing I've learned in the game is if you fuck with all the media people, all the people taking pictures and shooting videos, is you'll never need to take a picture of yourself again. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Like literally, like you go to an event and like you know everyone, so you just ask them for pictures later. So like for example, he was one of those people that came and we kind of just met, just talked to, whatever, and then he just happened to message me one day. He's like, "Yo, I want to throw a show." Like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of the way like Lyrical Lemonade does it with like a bunch of different artists. Like, I've shot videos for. Like, I feel it'd be so cool. Like, I have a budget for it. You know what I mean? But like, let me know what you think. You know, like, that's fire. You know what I mean? Like, because he shoots videos for like he's a videographer essentially. You know what I mean? So he shoots videos for, like multiple artists that are around the area or even like other places. He's like pretty tapped in. But we're like, yeah, like if we can't get everyone that you shot for, like, I mean, let's get some like other people involved too. You know what I mean? So like the first one was mainly just people he shot for and like artists we fucked with, which was super cool and it went super well. We had like 200 people pop out, which was kind of nuts. Like it was cool to see. Like we were even like more shocked than we expected. You know, for everyone to pop out like that. But yeah, like we pretty much just. It just happened out of nowhere, I'd say. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, you know, yeah, that's a cool idea. What the hell? I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. We kind of just partnered up, and then ever since then, we're like, yeah, like, let's go happen this. And we just kind of been doing that ever since.
Yeah, I really fuck with Griff. I'm not sure if you know. I actually know him for, like, like we never met till recently, but we've been
right.
fucking with each other like 2017, 2018. So before I
Damn.
even made Cover Art Daily, when I was shooting music
Damn.
videos, he was like,
Oh,
"Yo,
because he's like from Vancouver, right? Like
no,
that's.
from Toronto."
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
like when I
Oh,
was
okay.
filming with like the 3030 guys. So yeah,
Damn.
he was like, "Yo, that Data Mosh video you made is crazy back then." And then I
Bro,
saw him in
he's-
person like recently at one of your guys' shows. And it was just,
Okay.
yeah, no, I felt it was great.
Yeah,
And
he's
I'm really happy to
talented.
see you guys working and making that
Oh,
connection. It's dope. I love to see it.
appreciate it. It's fun as fuck.
So you were saying earlier, I asked you about your favorite artist that you brought over. What would you say is the bit like? What's one artist that you really want to work with that you haven't already, or have a show over, or in any type of capacity?
Without saying anything I shouldn't say, an artist I would personally want to work with or bring over. I want to say something without hinting at anything.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be someone you have planned. Like,
No, I know, but like, I just like the names keep coming, and his names like I can't even. Okay, hear me out.
we are good.
Oh, one name I'd want to fuck with, but like it's I feel like it's hard because they can't do like after parties or anything. Is Tana? I feel it'd be super cool to have Tana do like a show with
that'd
them out
be
here.
tough.
You know what I mean? Like, not like solo, maybe like a couple other cool people, but like otherwise, I was gonna say Osama Sun would be really cool to have out here. You know what I mean? Really cool artist doing his thing. Would be cool. Great to see him in Toronto. You know. Otherwise, who else is popping that's really nice? Sofago, actually. That's actually a perfect name. Like,
He'd be a great headliner
he'd
for
be
a festival.
a super sick headliner, but like, he's pricey. You know,
I was actually just
like,
thinking
I'll respect the price. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, he'd be super. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he'd be super cool to like work with just in general. Like, I don't know, like he's dope artist. Like, just in general. And, like, I know he'd still like pull. Like, even though like a lot of people aren't like fully like, tapped in all the way and like still listening or like the way they used to. But like, I'd say like he'd have a crazy show out here just because he hasn't really had his own show out here.
Yeah, no, he has a cult fan base. I feel like there's a big enough underground scene here where they could really pack out a nice venue, just like even him solo. But having him and then a bunch of artists under it that are like underground but not almost there, like, you know what I'm saying? That would really like that would be a really special event.
That's
I
what
think.
I'm saying. That would be super tough.
Back what you said at the beginning, I want to talk about is managing artists. What made you want to do that, or what made you want to get into that?
I'd say that is what started everything, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be doing anything else if it hadn't been for managing artists. But essentially, like, my best friend, his name is Najee, Chill Najee. That's the artist I work with, like side by side, like from like the beginning to like ground up. He kind of was just had all this music, and like I didn't even know. Like, we were friends for like a good like year at a time, and one day he's like, "Yo, bro, like, let me show you some shit real quick." I was like, you know what I mean? Like,
be like that.
you know what I mean? Just some homies that were just smoking weed all the time. He's like, "Yo, let me show you some shit real quick." I'm like, cool. Show me some music, and I was like, "Damn, like, you're pretty fire. Like, what is this stuff?" You know? But like, he just made mostly R&B music, so he's like, "Yo," one day he's like, "Yo, I'm just gonna rap real quick." You know what I mean? Like, cause he's like, "Oh, I just want to make some rap music real quick, just cause like I've never done it before, and I feel like that's some music you'll fuck with." I'm like, "All right, no, I never said I didn't fuck with it." You know what I mean? Like, wait, you know, he did it, and it was super dope. We done the first song, and then like everything kind of was like cool from there. And I was like, "Yo," and like I made sure like I went out of the way to learn the whole like dropping on Spotify process and dropping on not just Spotify, but like all platforms. And like,
it's like distribution in general.
exactly,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like signing up for DistroKid, like all those stupid little things. Like I made sure to learn all those things and like how like social media worked essentially. And then from there, it was just we just kept it going. And then like other artists from the city were like, "Yo, like, can you help me out?" And I was like, "Why not?" And then eventually I was like, "You know what? Why don't I make a collective?" And it's like a group of artists where like I personally work with. We don't have to like, do anything directly together, but you know what I mean? Like, it'll be a collective where you're doing your own things, and then we just like collectively grow as we push each other's drops type thing. And we've just been working ever since. Shout out Music Most Wanted and the guys. But yeah, man, got some like creative people on there, graphic designers, stuff like that. But ever since that, like that's been my management focus is just like with those guys under that group there, and it's been super fun.
How did you start working with Drago? I really fuck with his shit. I enjoyed working with him in the stew. We have some other stuff on the way.
Yeah, okay.
You know, how'd you get started working with him?
Yeah, so him specifically, like, he had a song in the city, like, that just completely, like, did its thing, where, like, everyone just, like, knew him because of that one song, and, like, it was super cool, and he had, like, a different name before, and, like, he ended up changing it, like, while we're working, but essentially, like, yeah, after working with Najee for a bit and another artist that I used to work with, and no, there was two other artists I used to work with, but like then one of them was like really close with him, kind of told him like, yo, like come hop over here, like it'd be really dope if you like, like, you know what I mean, like you already like work together side by side already, they had their own thing separately, they're like, yo, why don't we just bring this over here? He popped over and I was like, yeah, man, I genuinely fuck with all the stuff he makes. Like if you hear like the stuff he has out is dope, but like a lot of the stuff he has in his vault is crazy, like super crazy. And that's why I was like, yeah, you have like some of the craziest potential I've ever seen as an artist. And like I just kind of like we've just been like locked in ever since. You know what I mean? Gotta do a lot more. Gotta put some stuff out. You got a crazy song coming out with him too. So you know what I mean? So just gotta put some more work out. But he's like super dope. So I appreciate it.
In general, what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment in your career so far?
The biggest accomplishment?
Or something that's like the most meaningful to you?
Most meaningful? I think this is like a cool like little milestone I'd say like just happened like recently. It's not even like anything I've done specifically, but it's just cool to like see like where I've come like in like the past like year or 2 years. Like last year, I literally just got the notification on my phone, which is why I think this is kind of funny. But last year, in 2022, like my most listened to artist was Autumn. And like this year, I got to meet him. You know what I mean? Like just like side by side, dapped him up, talked to him. Like I'm friends with his best friend. You know what I mean? Got the show now. He's like, oh, that's cool. We sent a picture, sent a selfie to him like over text. You know what I mean? Like it was just like that was like a cool moment. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like this is where we're at. You know, but. I wouldn't say it's an accomplishment, but like most definitely like the last show I'd say is like probably like, the coolest thing I've got to do, like for sure. Or even like just hosting first class and standing in front of that many people. Yeah, that's like some of the coolest things I've got to like genuinely do. I've done like more meaningful things I'd say, but like these things are I've done more like cooler things, but these are like the more meaningful things I've got to do recently, especially.
The last thing I always like to ask people is, what advice would you give yourself from like 3 to 5 years ago, or like right when you're just getting started and you're just like not sure what to do in the industry, you don't really know a whole lot, but you're like, you're just getting started. What advice would you give to someone in that position?
Don't be scared, to be honest. That's the biggest thing I'd say is don't be scared. Like everyone always says like the regular, like don't give up, like keep fighting and keep pushing. Nah, like genuinely don't be scared to make the move you feel like is the right move in the moment. Cause like 9 times out of 10, I feel like I've decided not to do things I could have done, and I've seen someone else go and do the same thing and it worked. And I'm like, damn, no, I should have just done it. Like this like show that I'm doing right now is probably like one of the biggest things, like as biggest examples of like, oh, like I wanted to do it, but I would have passed on it. But like I was like, nah, what the hell? Like let me just go ahead and do it. So like, that's most definitely the biggest set of advice I'd say. Like just don't be scared. Like just make the move if you feel like it's the right move.
I love that. I appreciate you for coming through. Shoutout Devon, and yeah, great interview. Hell yeah.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Cover our daily. Andrew, you're the coolest.
Hell yeah.